Bring you closer here.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Keith, host of Just Our Thoughts with the Fellas, where 4 to 5 of my brothers give their perspective on national as well as local news. We touch on some trending hot topics as well as culturally relevant news. We also get a chance to dive into some deep core conversations. Check us out live every other Monday at 7 p.m. You can find us on Just Our Thoughts on YouTube live, as well as Just Our Thoughts fan page on Facebook. Also, please don't forget to follow us on IG, JOT with the Fellas. Shakur,
Yo,
what's going on, my good brother?
good evening. Good evening. Good evening. What's happening? What's happening?
What's
What
up,
is
man? It's
going
been some
on?
time, brother.
I know we ain't been on for ages, it seems.
Yeah, I think our last
So,
one was April when we had a good conversation with April.
yeah.
April Holmes. Yeah, it was a dope conversation.
April was outstanding, telling her story of triumph over tragedy, pretty much.
Right.
But that was awesome having her on, man. One of our own.
Yeah, one of our own, April Holmes. If you haven't checked that out, check out our last Just Our Thoughts podcast on a Monday, which was April
Amazing.
Holmes. I got amazing feedback from people that I didn't even know reached out, man. So
yeah,
it was good to hear. What's going on, Rob Tufnell? What's up, man? Thanks for joining the brothers, man.
Big Rob.
Thanks for joining the brothers, man. It's on tonight. It's just going to be the two of us, man. My brother KD Shakur, the professor Kevy Kev, and myself, man. So we're gonna rock out. We don't know where this conversation is going to take us. We looking. We are definitely looking to have some fun, man.
Pull up on us, yo. Pull up.
Yes, sir. So if you can,
before we go on, I have to again say thank you to Alyssa Wilds for inviting me on her show on Saturday. I wasn't able to participate because of some unforeseen circumstances, but man, she had a dope conversation. I wanted to jump in, but I just want to say to her, thank you. And if it happens again, I'm with it. I want to talk, INF. I want to talk.
The crazy thing is she reached out to me earlier that week. And I did tell her that that your schedule was tight as hell. I did tell her that. But for sure, man, we enjoy these conversations, man. We enjoy these conversations.
The intellectual people stand up. You know what I'm saying?
I like a challenging conversation. I think before KD, when I was younger, I never really I think for me, I wasn't a talker. I never communicated. And I just kept my voice. I remember my uncle said to me, "What's up, Aiden?" I remember my uncle said to me, what did my uncle said? I think I was like 16. He said, "Yo, one day you're gonna use your voice. You're gonna get tired of, not saying nothing." And then after that, man, it took a while. Now, I'm real. I don't want to say strategic. I'm disciplined. With how I use my voice and and how I communicate, man.
I was shy too, man, growing up. I was, I gotta thank my mom because my mom really gave me courage. Miss Brenda, she gave me the courage at a young age to break out of my shyness, to really speak up and let people know I have a voice, let them know that I'm a black man, a black young man. She really gave me the courage to do that. When I was scared on stage one time for a performance, I was going to do Michael Jackson on stage. I froze. I froze up. At school, Forest Hill. And I remember my mom's came out of nowhere, man. And she gripped me up and she finished the whole Michael Jackson song with me right there, man. And that just gave me like the courage to let
Miss Brent got on stage with you to finish it?
She got on stage.
Yeah.
Word. She got on stage, man. Mama got on there and she performed, helped me to perform, and she sang, and it just gave me that encouragement to know you got support. You know what I'm saying? It's always somebody that supports you.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yo, so I can't, I was never one to be in front. Even when we were in the marching band, the jazz band, Mark messes with me now. For those that don't know, what's up, Kat, Sis, and Tamika Chester? What's going on? Ward Heen, We're gonna start the
Cat,
show soon.
Ward,
Cat Page, my sisters, and
Rob,
Tamika Chester. What's going on?
Tamika.
When we was in the when we were in the
Mm-hmm.
band, the marching band and the jazz band, high school, middle school, we started out in third grade. Me, Mark, and Eric.
Mm-hmm.
We all started out
Yeah.
in the third grade. So I
Mm-hmm.
was always scared of the audience. I don't know what it was, man. I was
Yeah.
always scared of the audience, and I think sometimes now it still hits me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I remember I had a solo. And Mark,
Yeah.
I don't know if Mark told this story. He probably did. I remember I had a solo um, on the football field at halftime. I
Uh-huh.
went up, bro. I took that thing up and my trumpet cracked
Oh.
like crazy.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Man, I told him don't suck. And all I heard, Mark was right behind me. All I heard was Haas giggling. And it didn't make it any better, man. He tell his story like crazy, man. He'll never forget it either, man.
Oh my
But
gosh.
it's
Yeah.
good to
Those moments like that, man, when you're young, I think are essential for your ability to communicate to people.
mhm,
For
mhm,
me, it was church. It was always a youth program in church.
mhm,
It was always either a solo in the choir. You know what I'm saying? It was Easter Sunday, had to remember a recitation or Easter play. It
mhm,
was
mhm.
Christmas, and you had to remember a play or a recitation. I always found myself as the lead character
Oh yeah?
in
Okay.
church plays for whatever reason,
Yeah.
or my recitations for those programs would be long as I don't know what. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But it challenged me to increase my vocabulary and to be before the people.
Mhm,
You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? And
mhm.
as time goes on, that really gives a young person that courage, that
It does.
boldness to
It
stand.
does.
So being in church in my young early days really helped. That I think that's a building block for a lot of young people
It
to get
is. It
that
is.
courage to
It's a
be in
lot
front
of
of people.
different it's a lot of different exposure in church
Mhm.
when it comes to especially youth, just a lot of different opportunities in addition to your sports,
Yes, yes.
certainly,
Yeah.
opportunities to stand in front and present and talk to,
Mhm.
your classmates, those that are in Sunday school with you.
Right,
But
right, right.
it's certainly a lot of different opportunities, man, that um that are there. What's up, Indy? What's going on, my good brother, man? Hope you all things are well with you, man. Hope all things are well with you, Indy. It's good to see you chiming in. But here,
What
this
did
is
Cat say? Look at Cat. I didn't know
what Cat said. I
everybody
didn't know
couldn't sing.
everybody
Uh-huh.
couldn't sing because my family sang as normal as talking. Thankfully, I got that super easy. I remember Cat's whole family could sing, man. Cat's whole
Mm-hmm.
brother Rob, man. Rob can go
Yeah.
for a couple years, man. Rob
Yeah.
and I were working together, man, and that's my man right there, man. I used to love, and he would just sing out the blue. It'd
Yeah.
be early in the morning. Rob would just sing out the blue, man, and I loved it, man, because
Yo,
I'm a morning person too.
yeah. He puts these Sunday morning posts on Facebook where he's
Okay.
driving to church, I think. And
Oh
he's
yeah.
saying, Blessed assurance, Jesus is
Yeah.
mine. Oh, what a foretaste. Yo, he's got that
Uh,
really proper, with the
yeah.
hymns of the church,
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
dope
Yeah.
to see that, man, while he's driving to church.
Yeah. Now it's
Rob
good to get
Page.
that experience, man.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
experience, as a
Cat.
child, they help form you when you get older, man. So what's
Yeah.
going on? Welcome everybody. Welcome to Just Our
Yeah.
Thoughts with the fellas.
Mm-hmm.
Two of our fellas not here. One is
Yeah.
watching. He got some prior engagement. One is on vacation. My good brother E-Dub, capital E. EB, and my man Wardy. Not too many
Mhm.
people can call Ward Wardy. He is he's a
Yeah.
stickler for that. Not too many people can call him Wardy, man. But it's me and you today, my good brother. What's going
Yeah,
on,
yeah, yeah,
man?
yeah, yeah. Shout out to EB. He's down south. He's checking out a graduation of a relative,
Hmm.
and he's taking mom down there too to see her
Yeah,
sister.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
that's a great thing, man, when you can kind of bring family together if they're
yeah,
able to
yeah,
do so. So, safe travels and journey to big brother EB. Dean,
yeah,
he's
man.
a Big Dean Eric
Stupid,
Burrell.
man. Oh man.
Yeah. So what's
So
new,
Katie,
man?
hey man, you had a class today, man. Me and
Oh
Chris, we've
man.
been missing your class, man. We've been missing your spin class.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and how's class been? How's spin
Man,
class been?
man, it's
If those that don't know, Professor Kevy Kev is a spin instructor, Savage Spin at the Croc Center. He has spin on
yeah,
Mondays and Thursdays,
yeah, man.
starting at 5:30. So reach out to him if you're trying to get yourself together for
Yeah.
2023. Because we already in the summer of
Hey man,
2022.
it's never
So
too late. Stop it.
it's
It's
never too
never
late.
too late. It's never too late, man. My thing though, INF, yeah, I love spin. It's a great cardio. I try to knock it in at least 2 to 3 times a week if I can, with a pop up on
Hmm.
a Saturday. But as long as everybody's out there moving and
Yeah,
shaking and
yeah,
doing
yeah.
something to keep that 47, 48, 49-year-old body moving, that heart pumping, that blood flowing, we got to stay active, man,
Hmm.
because exercise is as important as good eating.
Hmm.
And good eating is as important as good sleeping and good rest. I mean, at this stage of the game, we got to do everything. All hands is on deck
Yeah,
to have
yeah,
a healthy life. I need all hands on deck, my
yeah,
mind, my soul, my
yeah.
body, man. So, I just found my little niche with the spin, with the cycle class, and the music, the energy, the vibe, the 45 minutes of soaking wet sweat, bro. I'm gonna take you there, man. I'm gonna take you there, fast pace. We're gonna throw everything at you in a good 45 minutes of a super soaker. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Have a chance to get those toxins, that poison out of your body. We need to sweat, y'all.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the
yeah.
only way we're going to really purify the blood and the bodies, to really have a good cardio work, man. So, whatever you into, Cooper River, for a
Get out
run,
there and
for a
sweat.
walk, get out there now. It's
Yo,
never too late.
I went out on Saturday morning, man. It was my first run, maybe
Mm,
in about 2-3 weeks, bro. It was
yeah,
my first
yeah.
run in about 2-3 weeks, man. And that run
Hmm.
it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I had
Yeah,
worked out at home, worked out in the basement,
yeah.
put some stuff out. We got some,
Hmm.
kettlebells and,
Yeah.
so just got it in. And then afterwards I said, yo, let's just go. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And for me, I have my right knee at times, it bothers me. So I'm like, yeah, you know what?
Hmm.
Let's not worry about that. Let's just get out there. And I
Yeah.
went a lot
Yeah.
longer. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes you talk to yourself and you tell
Yeah.
yourself, you know,
You
I'm not
need
going
to.
to do it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you get out there, man, and all of a sudden all this weight
Hmm.
hits you. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? All that this doubt sets in and
Hmm.
creeps in. Like, I don't have the time,
And
the
you start telling
energy.
yourself,
Yeah, yeah. You start feeling yourself with these sabotaged messages. You start giving yourself reasons why you need to go home.
yeah, or not even go at all.
Oh, not yeah, yeah,
My
yeah,
hair is
yeah,
going to get wet, and
yeah,
I don't have the right hairstyle for it.
yeah.
Yeah. So I
So
got
many
out there, man.
reasons. You got
I
out
got
there,
out there,
man.
bro. That was it
Even though the
felt
knee was hurting. Yeah.
not actually my knee wasn't it didn't feel as bad as I thought it was going
Okay.
to. I've been icing it. So I got
Hmm.
out there though, bro. That thing felt good. It
Yeah.
felt good. I had my headphones on and I was just going and out my area, man, is a lot
Hmm.
of hills. So
Yeah.
it felt good
Yeah.
though, man. And it
Yeah.
was one of those things that I was happy that I,
Hmm.
just went out there and did it. So I'm looking forward to the next time to get out and get that
Hey,
run on,
Kat,
though.
you better stop talking yourself out of stuff. Not that good stuff, girl. And
Katie,
and Rob and Rob.
what is it about that? What is it about us talking ourselves out of stuff that we know we need?
Mm, I think we all have a little bit of self-defeating behaviors.
Hmm.
I think we all have a little bit of that within us. We try to really kind of excuse the negative part
Hmm.
of us. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? That it's okay what I'm eating, or it's okay that I'm inactive.
Hmm.
As long as my doctor gives me a clean a bill of health,
Hmm.
there's nothing in addition that I need to do to improve. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when the work is hard and difficult and arduous, and we know that it's going to be a lot of energy exerted into something. What you
Pause
got?
right there.
Go
Now,
ahead.
arduous, arduous,
Arduous, arduous,
arduous.
ARDUOUS, arduous,
Okay, I see.
challenging, a difficult thing to to kind of take on, especially if
Hmm.
it's something we haven't done in a while. Yeah,
Hmm.
procrastination is another.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But when it's really challenging and it takes us out of our comfort level, what I'm saying? We all got that comfort level where we're at, you know what I'm saying? But we got to challenge ourselves. And sometimes we are scared how we might respond under
yeah,
a
yeah,
challenge.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, the body has to go through some discomfort, some pain, because that lets you know that you are alive. That
yeah,
lets you know that you got some muscles that you haven't really utilized in quite some
yeah. Quite
time
some time.
that want to be used.
Yes.
That muscle is crying out to be used.
Hey, yo, it's great. I remember somebody told me when I was younger. It's like it's like a shoe, that doesn't fit anymore. Is because you're trying to grow. You just, you're
Mm,
stretching and you're outgrowing that
yes.
shoe.
Yeah.
And I wonder sometimes, why aren't we up for certain challenges?
Hmm. Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
and working out has been a huge challenge for many.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
some of us are told that we really need to get out there and it's not really about,
Yeah.
a 6, 7 times a week, 8 miles a day type of workout, but just
Yeah.
really getting out there, man, and exercising, walking, and just getting to move. But some
Yeah.
of those challenges and some of those things, it transfers not just simply from working out, but from
Hmm.
doing those personal things that,
Yeah.
where we want to go, and taking
Right.
us in that direction where we want to go. So,
Right.
I
Right.
was just
Y-
wondering, what is it
Yeah.
about that?
And it's a difficult thing too when you're trying to change your eating habits as well. You know what I'm saying? Because we're so used to comfort food,
Hmm.
something that's fast, something that is readily accessible. You know what I'm saying? But it takes time to really prep what is good for you. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So often we just want what is comfortable, convenient, and accessible instead of taking the time to prepare what's necessary for us to have longevity. So I think that's the thing too. Some of us don't lack the patience that we need. And then when we get out there, we expect these results overnight,
Hmm.
you know and it's not all about the abs or the muscles, but it's about how's your breathing doing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? How's your
yeah,
stamina feeling?
right, yeah, yeah,
Or I'm gonna hurt Arlene with the food and Remy.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's not about overnight results, but you gotta
right.
be in it for the long haul.
And that's what it is, consistency.
Yeah,
It's
consistency and
consistency.
continuity.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
consistency. A friend of mine, Facebook friend of mine, she posted that she was about to stop eating meat. She was
Mm,
looking at not eating meat for a
yeah.
period of time,
Hmm.
and she lasted 2 days.
Mm.
Now, this
Okay.
sister,
Okay.
she is crazy with her workouts.
Yes.
Working out often, man, and she's doing her thing, working out.
Hmm.
Whether it's biking, whether it's her morning workouts, she's
Yeah.
killing it. When I get a chance to look,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, man, it's those other things that we
Mhm.
can't transfer that same drive, that same motivation,
Mm,
to make
mhm.
this thing work. So
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
find that to be interesting, man.
yeah. Don't give up. Don't give
Don't give
up,
up.
man.
Don't give
It's
up.
never too late.
Arlene, put that Remy down. Arlene,
Yo,
put that Remy
you sh
down.
you should be seeing the food she be posting, man. It looks so good. It be like the shrimps and the ribs the
Yeah.
food be just like banging, yo. I'm like, good Lord. I had to be like, girl, put that,
Arlene always
I'm
was able to throw
full.
down, man.
She
Arlene
will,
was always. And you
yeah,
know what's
she will
crazy now?
feed
Think
you.
about it.
Hmm.
Class. I'm looking at this, and I'm like, Kat gets it in, and Arlene gets it in. That's that class of '92, man. Shout out to them,
Mm,
class of
shout out
'92,
to
man, and they're cooking, man. I'm gonna give them a shout out. I'm definitely gonna get him a shout out. Where we
Yeah.
going, man? What we got, man? We doing any trendings? What we doing,
Hey,
my good brother?
yeah, let's talk about a couple things. A few
Let's
things that
go to
happened since, since we've been away.
yeah.
So we can
Um,
we can talk a little bit
we could
about
talk
it.
about something, man. I do got a question, man. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
it's two questions that I was hit with to bring up to you in terms of ask the professor, man. So if we don't go too long,
All
I
right.
certainly want to
Okay.
get to that, man. So
All
and
right.
get your
Let's
get
go.
your get your advice, man. So gas prices. Let's go to some trending topics. We're not
Mm,
gonna be here for long. Gas prices, man. We are at record high gas prices at the
right.
end of August. They're saying that gas prices could go up to $6, which is a lot according to AAA. States like Georgia and many in the West have shown $4 to like 4.20 right now, while many states like California, Nevada, and Oregon are experiencing much higher gas prices, up to $6 as we speak.
Mm,
And it's expected to increase more for Memorial Weekend, um, this upcoming weekend, actually. So them gas
mm.
prices, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Them things kicking my
I
tail,
know you're feeling it. I know you feeling it.
kicking my
Yeah,
tail.
yeah. I know you're feeling it, man. You do more of the commute to and from work than I
Whew.
than I do. I'm from Camden to Cherry Hill, and I have the luxury of having
Right,
a work vehicle.
right, right.
So I don't get it too much. But when I do go to the pump, like, $10-15 used to do me justice.
Yo,
In the caddy, and not anymore.
bro, I put
It barely put a
I
dent in it.
bro, I put 50 in the day, right? I'm at the gas station. I put 50 in the day,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt like I gave him my card. And by the time I turned around, he gave it back and put it in my wallet. Joan was done pumping already. I had to turn around and look. I'm like, man, you got to be kidding me.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
God.
so they
My
looking
God.
at gas prices, the national average for gas prices being around $6 sometime in August, and it
Yo.
doesn't look like it's going to be any relief sometime soon. I did see someone bring up, a
Mm,
good point. I'm not certain how it works and how it makes sense, but someone said that employees should really look into trying to make most people or assist most people in working from home
yeah.
a couple of days a week,
Right.
just to give them some type of relief,
Mm,
since we may be going into another recession too. And that's a whole nother conversation that we could have, man. But um,
yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, we're looking at another recession that we might be headed into. I'm looking at Cat Williams. She lives in Jersey, works in Delaware. I'm looking
mhm,
at um Tamika. She has to fill up every 3 days.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like that's a big dent. And we're at a what? Maybe over here in Jersey, what, $4.43, $4.49?
Where's 449 at?
I think I mean, has it gone up
When was the last time you got
in
gas? I just put 475, 471 in
in
today.
Jersey? In
Yeah,
Jersey.
Yeah.
Really? Oh
Yes.
my God, I didn't know that. I did not
Yes.
know that. I think I don't know the last time I've been to the pump. It maybe the beginning of last week.
Yeah, and
I
they
might have been at
continue to
449.
increase. They continue to increase. Our brother says, and I have a 36
466.
gallon tank. The last time I filled up, it was 128, and I had a quarter tank in it.
Mhm.
Jeez.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I do see like the solution, some of the solutions. I think Biden needs to do more to release some reserves that he's been holding back on.
Hmm.
I think there's some things that the state can do. Then I see last week, New Jersey is thinking about transitioning into self pumps.
I saw that a few weeks ago. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're thinking about transition, and the self pumps will somehow save uh will lower gas prices here in Jersey. Bro, I don't see how in the world that is going to save any gas prices in
Hmm.
Jersey just because you self pump. If it does, I have no problem self pumping. I like the luxury of sitting in my car and get my
Hmm.
gas pumped to me.
Hmm.
But if you're going to, I mean, if you're going to bring it down considerably,
Right,
if you
right,
self
right.
pump, then I'll see a necessity for it. But I don't see how it is really going to affect a change at the pump. But telework, I think a lot of companies and jobs need to offer
Yeah,
more work from home
yeah,
ability. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? And if you're traveling, does your job offer you any mileage reimbursement? Because I think that's going to be essential too. I think a lot of jobs should expand not your use just for your car, just to for work, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, but maybe offer an incentive of traveling to and from work. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people use their vehicles for field work, their personal cars, and you can get mileage reimbursement for that. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
maybe they need to open it up to the fact of my commute to work. Let me have the ability to get some reimbursement back for my travel to and from work.
Hmm.
So, you know, a lot of jobs and businesses got to be creative to help because these prices ain't going to drop
Yeah,
for a
we
minute.
are looking for some type of relief, man. Definitely looking for some type of relief. In next in the in other news, geez, I
Mhm.
had a stuttering moment for a second, brother. In other news, just wanted to give an update on the Buffalo shooting at the end of last week. Some
Mhm.
funerals started to take place for a few people that were killed in Buffalo, New
Right.
York, a few weeks ago by the 18-year-old terrorist Peyton Gendron, who killed 10 people. 13 were injured.
Yeah.
10 killed, 13 injured at Top Supermarket.
Mhm.
Um, I had a chance to kind of like look into it, man. And this brother, this dude, this
Mhm.
terrorist he
Yeah.
was very strategic, man, and
Mhm.
how he approached this. It was said that he drove over 200 miles away
Yes.
and actually researched the largest population of Black people per zip code. It
Mhm.
was also said that because this was in New York, it's less likely because of New York's gun laws that it was less
Mm.
likely that someone will be carrying a gun due to New York's gun laws.
Mm.
And even if they was carrying this gun, that they wouldn't have more than 10 rounds a clip. It
My
was also
goodness.
said that he visited the supermarket several times. I was looking at it,
Mhm.
and I think he had got put out the market the day before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yes. Yes.
so
Mhm.
he went live on Twitch, and Twitch is another. I didn't know a lot of people weren't familiar. It's so many social media platforms, bro. Twitch is another one. You
Mhm.
got Caffeine. There's so many other social media platforms
Mhm.
out there, and he went live on Twitch to record the shooting.
Yes.
And people did, have a chance to see it, and unfortunately, and Twitch took it down.
Mhm.
One of the concerns, though, one of many concerns, two of them I'm gonna bring up. One of the
Mhm.
concerns was Buffalo's residents stated that due to this crime scene,
Mhm.
there at the supermarket, there isn't another supermarket within a 4-mile radius, and
Right.
they didn't want to continue shopping at a crime
Mhm.
scene.
Yeah.
So with that being said, there has been some form of relief, but for long term, how does that affect the community? And when we look
Mhm.
at, our communities, it's pretty much the same thing. You may see one
Right.
supermarket. And we had this conversation before too, when we had some of the people running for mayor in Camden, when we talked about the supermarket.
Mhm.
So it's a very important conversation that need to be had. And how do
Yeah.
we get to that point?
Yeah.
Because now you're thinking about people that's in Buffalo. How do they get to um these other places,
Mhm.
outside of Tops to start,
Right.
doing their shopping?
Mhm.
One other
Yeah.
thing that I wanted to touch base on with you, bro, was gosh, I'm trying to remember the
Mhm.
ah man, Katie, what is
What, the great
oh,
replacement
the
theory?
great replacement theory?
Right,
The
right.
great
That white
replacement
supremacist.
theory,
Yeah, yeah.
the
Mhm.
supremacist thing, which is now which has been a thing.
Yes.
I was able to
Yes.
look back and see how a lot of mass shootings were from some individuals who really believed in this great replacement theory.
Mhm.
And the theory is that states that non-white individuals are being brought into the United States and other
Mhm.
Western countries to replace white voters to achieve a political agenda.
Yeah.
Um, and to help out with voting and to eventually eliminate
Hmm.
white people. So
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
another theory has come up,
Yeah.
in this space.
Yeah. Yeah. We remember that concept being touted by during that Charleston the time of Trump being president in Charleston, and you had the white people, the white guys out there with the
Mm,
torches saying
mm-hmm,
that we will
mm-hmm,
not be replaced. That's one of their concepts and one of the things that they definitely are pushing forth, that people of color are here to replace them. They're looking at the fact that white Americans are decreasing in population, and
mm-hmm.
people of color, Latinos, and Black people are surging in population.
Right, right,
So
right.
now this push that this man did by attacking innocent Black people in a grocery store, which was
Mm-hmm.
strategic, like you said. In the Black communities, that there are food deserts. So, what
Right.
place would I really find heavily populated with
Mm-hmm.
Black people during the course of a day will
Yeah,
be the
yeah.
one and only place that their needs are being met? Why not
Mm-hmm.
attack them there? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And now I think I see Ward put that a lot of them don't feel safe going back out,
yeah.
going to that place. That place is not even accessible to them right now. So what are they doing for
Mm-hmm.
their daily needs to be met? You know what I'm saying? So it was strategic by this white supremacist, this
Yeah.
domestic terrorism. One of the other things that I was looking at though, INF, is that, this white supremacist had a manifesto
Right.
on Facebook, hundreds of
Uh-huh.
threats and strategies on how he was going to, perpetrate on Black people. You know what I'm saying? And this thing had been on the internet, on social media for a very long time. And my problem with that is that the FBI should be really engaged to be observing and looking at all of this information by white supremacy to be able to prevent these type of killings. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? I'm looking at how the FBI is so concerned about rappers Young Thug and Gunna, bringing them up on RICO
Rico
charges,
charges.
because of what they are posting, either on social media or what's being portrayed in their music. You got the FBI and the Department of Justice so concerned with rap lyrics, and they're not concerned with the white supremacy
Mhm.
messages that are going out each and every day on social media.
Yeah, yeah,
Where are the priorities
yeah,
of the Department of Justice and the FBI
yeah.
to protect Black people? Stop being so concerned with what's being posted or what's in these rap lyrics on Black people, and try to prevent and be as eager, put energy, just like you put energy into these rappers and what they're doing. Put energy into
Right.
these white supremacists who has a network all over America to perpetuate this message of this
Mm-hmm.
replacement theory.
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be copycats. There's going to be copycats, and we got to be vigilant, and we got to watch out and protect our neighborhoods, because this ain't going to be the first or the last time we see something like this perpetrated on our community. So
Yeah,
um,
yeah. And,
yeah, I
and
just want a last thing though, INF, on that.
but you got it.
Roberta Drury 32, Margus Morrison 52,
Mm,
Andre Auburn 53, Aaron Lockport 55, Geraldine Talley 62, Celestine Cheney 65, Hayward Patterson 67, Catherine Massey 72, Pearl Young 77, and Ruth Whitfield 86. And these are the ones that lost their lives during this domestic terrorism threat on innocent Black people while they were shopping for their personal needs and groceries. And we want to remember them. Want to
yeah,
remember them.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Speaking of the great replacement theory, some conversation has come up of how
Hmm.
we want to, not we, but but white America and those that believe in this theory want
Hmm.
to bring things back to how they grew up back in the 40s and 50s. I saw in Cincinnati that in a school they had kid got suspended for putting white water fountain, labeled
Mm.
white water fountain and
In
black water
color
fountain in
or
school,
black?
in color.
Oh
Yeah,
my
color.
goodness.
Yeah, in school. So it's when we
Mm,
see these type of mass shootings, and him, this domestic terrorist able to
mm,
walk out and get into a cop car, and nothing happened to him at that time.
mm.
It lends a lot of leniency, for people to continue to do, and commit these horrific acts. So,
So true, bro. Bro, we get
yeah,
killed for a police stop, for a traffic stop, a
yeah,
traffic
yeah.
violation. But this heavily armored individual,
Hmm.
okay, that was
Heavily,
heavily armored individual with magazine clips, like he was Arnold Schwarzenegger from
like he was in
Commando.
Ward's basement.
Right, right. Or like he's playing some kind of video game
Hmm.
in somebody's basement or whatever,
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
this was a
yeah.
game. Uh,
Heavily.
yeah, I couldn't even watch the somebody did post it in one of our chats, but I couldn't even watch it, bro. I
Oh
I,
yeah, I
I
didn't
couldn't
see
bring
that
my
one.
yeah, I couldn't
Yeah, I
even
know.
bring
I wouldn't
myself
have been able to.
to watch innocent black people be murdered like it was a game on Xbox
Hmm.
or something like that. But that's
Hmm.
the devaluing of our lives that we see, that it's just a game to take our lives. And I'm
Yeah.
looking to see how they're going to paint the picture of this white supremacist as being either mentally ill,
Hmm.
or he was traumatized because of COVID. He was isolated and things of that nature. And this brought him to that. I want to see, how this white justice system gives him leniency as he's being sentenced, tried and sentenced. So that's
Hmm.
going to be interesting to
He
see.
did have an assessment. He had a psychological assessment years before. He had gotten into some trouble at school, and he had a psychological assessment later on. And when he
Yeah.
went back to school, I think he was going to school in Binghamton, New York, at one point. And at
Hmm.
some point, it was said that he was coming to school with a Tyvek suit on. So
Hmm.
I'm like, if I see that in school, I know there's something going on with this brother.
Hmm.
What you got next, my dude? What you got next, man?
Well, one thing I had that happened last week, well, maybe about 2 weeks ago, your boy, Jessie Williams, actor,
Hmm.
stage aficionado. He is in a play on Broadway called Take Me Out,
Hmm.
which is about baseball players. And it's I believe he won a Tony Award recently for his portrayal of a baseball player. And in the play, they had the dudes are naked on stage, frontal nudity, butt naked on stage. Somebody went in, took a picture, and downloaded it on the internet. I know, look at all them ladies, they like Jesse.
Stupid.
All right. So, he's out there. This image of him being naked is out there on the internet because somebody snuck their camera phones, their cell phone in and took a picture, even though the rules were for you not to bring in any electronic devices. All right. So there was a lot of outrage, bro. A lot of outrage from
Really?
actors. Yeah, a
I'm
lot of
sure. I'm
outrage
sure.
from people that perform on the stage in these plays and these musicals, because they believe that trust was broken. All right. There's supposed to be this type of trust between the audience and the actors. I see you, cat. Shut up, girl. And the audience and the actors, that there's this trust
It
because
should be
actors are on stage bearing themselves, bearing their
in the
souls, giving
character.
of themselves in the
Hmm.
character, in the performance. So there's a trust that you know you'll see them at their most vulnerable moment and have a respect and appreciation for their craft because they are performing for you. You know what I'm saying? So there was like I said, there was a big upheaval, uproar about it from a lot of people, that the sacred trust of the stage and the audience was
Yeah,
broken,
was
because there
broken.
should be an intimate connection and time between the actors and the audience. And Jesse came out and he was talking about it. He wasn't mad about it. He wasn't upset about it, but he talked about the trust. He talked about the fact that, not only was the trust something that was broken, but also there should have been consent. There was no consent. There was no asking or getting permission
Mm-hmm.
from him to
Mm-hmm.
be able to portray him in that light to the world, instead of keeping what was sacred on the stage and in that,
Yeah.
between the audience and the actors, to keep it right there. So I see what he's saying about that. A lot of
Yeah.
times everybody sometimes wants to take a clip of something, if it's a concert that they're at and things like that, and they want to put it on social media. But for the artist that's performing, I think there should be a respect for their craft, that we don't necessarily have to jump and download images or performances, but just experience it. You know what I'm saying? Just live in the moment and
Mm-hmm.
experience it, rather than feeling the need to have to always broadcast
Right. Right.
what you
Right.
are
Right.
experiencing.
Yeah.
So,
I think I've gotten out of that space myself, where when you go somewhere, like the first thing you do is pull out your phone. And um, Tamika Chester even alludes to it when she says they should do what they do at the Silk Sonic and bring out those pouches. I know they do it at Kevin Hart's
mhm,
concerts, and I think Dave Chappelle's, they do his too. And they do it as well at his concerts. And for me, it's about the moment. You know what I
mhm.
mean? Sometimes I guess that may be for the women a long lasting picture that you can keep, but I think for me, I don't know, bro, because now I'm
Mm.
starting to think if Tiana Paris was performing, I'm gonna be respectful though. I'm definitely gonna be respectful. I had to think about it for a second. but
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
but I think it's about sometimes enjoying that moment. You know what I mean? Just
Mhm.
enjoying the moment, and it's you and that artist, and it's art.
Yeah.
Whatever it's been
Mhm,
experienced, whether it's music, whether it's song, or whether it's comedy
mhm.
or a band. Like it's art. And I
Yeah.
feel like artists do want to be appreciated for that moment.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
I've been really good at that
Mhm.
myself, and I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In this day and age, bro, your privacy
Everything.
is not respected.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Any small thing that you think is a private moment can be on social media.
Hmm.
And the next thing you know, you'll be a meme. You'll be ridiculed and made fun
Yeah.
of, and this
Absolutely.
thing will go viral. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to see the dude. Oh, remember Rerun snuck the audio
I
recorder
remember.
into the
I remember.
Doobie Brothers concert. Ooh, Blackwater, keep on rolling. And then Rerun jumping
Hmm.
up and down, up and down. Oh
Yeah.
my
Kat
God.
says
Yeah.
privacy is non-existent in most instances. That
Yeah.
we don't have our privacy anymore. Um,
Hmm.
and sometimes you allow people in too. You
Yeah.
have control in most instances, in a lot of instances, I'll say, to let people um,
Hmm.
in situations you want them to be in on. But a
Yeah.
lot of times you are some people are on a prowl.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you got next, my
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
brother?
Man, I don't know, man. I know we saw Dave Chappelle um attacked on stage too,
Mm,
maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. A member of the LGBTQ community was upset and felt like he was traumatized by Dave's jokes, and he
mhm.
runs up on stage with a knife and a gun.
It was a knife on a gun.
Bro, whatever it was, it was a knife and a gun if it was together. All right. Which could have proved, which could have went really bad for Dave. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But now you're seeing this, this just open air ability to just want to, hurt somebody, not fearing any repercussions. I mean, we've always seen that, but you
that
know,
brother got some repercussions.
yeah, yeah, he went
Whew.
backstage and I think Jamie Foxx lay hands on him. I think Busta Rhymes lay hands on him. I think a lot of
Earth
them lay hands on that boy.
Earthquake was there too. Chris Rock was there.
Hmm.
Earthquake said, I love me some Earthquake, man. That brother
Yeah,
said
yeah.
he was about to get a licking on him,
Hmm.
and he
Hmm.
said his accountant told him you don't have enough money in your account yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
hold off on
yeah.
that.
My man's
Man,
arm was like twisted
yeah.
beyond belief,
Sharon
man.
says he turned into a chicken wing. Jeez.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know what? You know what's interesting? I saw several comedians talk about it afterwards, and they said,
Hmm.
they didn't feel anything, and they
Hmm.
felt as if like that would continue to deter
Yeah.
a lot of people, from getting up on that stage. I saw a comedian said, if Chris Rock was in at the BET Awards and Will Smith walked up there, it would have probably ended up the same way. you know,
Man, I'm kind of, just over this, man. You just let the artists perform in
yeah, yeah.
privacy. Let them tell their jokes and let's not be oversensitive. Everything
Mhm,
does not have to revolve around a physical altercation, but we're seeing people so quick to resort to violence. You don't know
mm,
what's in the heart and the mind of an individual, and that's why, even just being out in the streets. Remember, you missed it the other day, but when we got together, EB was saying that one of the students that he mentored at Camden High, right after school, a kid had a scuffle with another kid at Camden High. As soon as they let out, the boy came with a gun and shot him over there in Farnham Park. Middle of the day. You know what I'm saying? So you're seeing this, still this tendency to really want to resolve things out of violence
mhm,
rather than having some form of an alternative. So
mhm.
you don't know what's in the heart and the mind of people. So be careful. Be
Yeah,
careful.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get to
Um,
some of these. You got something else?
no, 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 no. I think that's all I got,
That's
bro.
all you got?
Man,
No,
it's man, it's been a
you got
lot,
some more,
man.
my good brother. You got some
It's
more,
been a
man.
it's been a lot, man. Shoot.
And we got some more, and we about to get to it with Ask.
Ask the professor. The professor.
Yeah. Oh my
Ask,
goodness.
ask, ask the professor. The professor
Oh,
was good, my good brother.
let me loosen up. Oh, let me loosen up, man. What do you have, brother?
I actually got two of them. I think we got time for two.
All
I think we
right.
got time for two of them, my good brother.
All right. Okay.
Let
All
me
right.
see where this is, man.
Talk to
Um,
me. What you got? You ain't got your
hey,
glasses on, bro. Make sure because you squinting hard, man. You.
it's
Come
the
on.
light. It's the light, man.
All
I
right.
turned
Whatever.
another. I went around the sun one more year a few weeks ago, man. So
Mm-hmm.
it's
Okay.
the light. Hey,
All
Kev.
right.
I've
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
married for almost 15 years, and things have become so Groundhog Day-ish. It's the same thing every day. I feel like it
Mhm.
doesn't matter how much I put out to my family and close friends. I don't get the same thing in return. They do appreciate me, but I feel like I'm everyone's number one cheerleader. And to be honest, it has to be more. It has to be more to this. Deep down, I want the same encouragement from people that I give them. I feel like it's so much more to be than holding these pom poms.
Mhm.
I feel like it's so much more to me than
Mhm.
holding these pom poms. My marriage
Mhm.
is just blah. My wife complains about everything, and when I feel like I'm supporting, it's not
Yeah.
received well. I have female friends that she knows, and I feel like it's easier to talk to them and be with them because of what I get in return.
Mhm.
I'm looking for some feedback. Is this normal? I catch your podcast when I can and
Yeah.
sit back and listen. Signed, Trenton's finest.
Trent's finest. Thank you, my brother, for tuning in. There's a lot of things to really dissect, and I'm gonna try to go fast so that we can hit another one. But there's like three or four things that's really going on in Trenton Finest letter that he's given us. The one thing that I see is that a lot is expected of him to be a support, to also be someone who is cheering, promoting, and pushing other people. And yes, that can be quite draining. It can be quite overwhelming to always be the one that people call on, to
Mm-hmm.
be the support, to be the anchor, to be the one that is always lifting other people. You can get tired and weary when you're always constantly lifting other people. All
Mm-hmm.
right. So, one of the things that you really got to think about doing is you got to sometimes fall back. You can't be everything to everyone. You can't. Only the good Lord Jesus is everything in this world to us. All right. We cannot effectively be everything to everyone, because then ourselves, our mind, our bodies, our emotions will become unbalanced, and we'll start seeing signs of decay and deterioration in our
Mm-hmm.
own selves, because we're giving so much and we're not finding a way to replenish what we give out. All right. So what's going to start happening to you, number one, brother, is that you're going to start not having a well to draw from for other people
Right.
or for yourself in the time where you desperately most need it. You're already telling me that you're not getting the support or the return on your investing in other people. It's a good thing to be a help. It's a good thing to be a support. It's a good thing to give to other people. But when you're not feeling as if you are being replenished, renewed, rejuvenated, when you yourself are feeling down and depressed, then you're not going to have anything to draw upon, and you're only going to become more unhealthy, bitter, and regretful of giving so much to individuals that don't show much in return. So you need to think about, at times it's okay to say no. There's power in saying no. I was listening to um, Sarah Jakes Roberts' husband, Torrey Roberts, and he's
Mm-hmm.
been talking about there's power in saying no. All right. You have to have boundaries with people. Everyone shouldn't have so much free access to you. All right. You need to set boundaries and limitations for your own good. You're not setting them to hurt people, but you're setting them so that you can heal, rejuvenate, and replenish for yourself. All right. That's the first thing that I see happening in there, as far as him feeling appreciated in this. But then he talks about his marriage and the routine. I think we've all been at that
Oh,
moment
yeah.
in relationships where you feel like it's
It's redundant.
stagnant, it's routine,
Mm-hmm.
it's groundhog day every day, you know. And on one hand, it's a good thing to have structure, routine in your life, in your relationships. All right. But again, you need to have some form of time to have life and enjoyment. I was our good friend Eric Coleman just came back from Honolulu, Hawaii, and he was posting pictures of him dancing and having a good
Mm-hmm.
time with his son as he was getting married and everything. And it was just awesome to see this dude out there just enjoying life.
Mm-hmm.
Loving life. You need these experiences. I'm godly jealous of E. Coleman. All right.
You stupid.
Because he's having an awesome time. And you need those moments with the people that you love. You
Mm-hmm.
need new experiences. You need to enjoy life. You need to just be able to let loose around the people that you love the most. Because if not, that's going to be another way that you're going to find yourself in a rut, in a desert, in a dry and thirsty place where there is no water. You need water in your life. Okay. And the best thing to do is to enjoy the moments and experiences that you can with the people that you love. They might be far and few in between, but you
Mm-hmm.
got to carve them out the best that you can, because the routine has a tendency to make you dry and make you thirst for other things. So that's why be careful about these other friends. I got a few more minutes, buddy, and then I'll be done. Okay. But that's why you got to be careful, because the routine things will make you dry and go looking for water in other places.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And while it's good to have friends and people that can advise and counsel you, be careful, because you just don't want to be fed and be watered by someone or something that can eventually be detrimental to your current relationship. All right. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. All right. But for whatever
So,
reason, try to have the conversation and the difficult talks with the person that you are with, so that you can move and excel and grow from where you are, to be able to live, love, and enjoy a little bit more. All right. So that's all I really got on Trenton's
that was
finest.
a
I
lot.
hope that
That was
yeah, I hope
that was
that's
a lot.
helpful. I hope that's
That was a
helpful right
lot. You
there.
talk about how that's all you got. That was a lot. That was a
Cat
lot.
said, look
I
at
think.
Cat. Cat said, water your grass at home. Yo,
Mm-hmm.
can I give this real quick analogy? I had brought some seed from Home Depot to spread in my yard, INF, and it made the grass very green, lush, and beautiful. All right. So I said, I'm going to go back and get some more. I went and got the wrong stuff, thinking that it was the right stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And now areas of my grass is just dead. It's
Mm-hmm.
dead. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, my God, what did I do? I went and got the wrong
The wrong
stuff
stuff. You got the
instead
wrong
of
grass
getting
seeds.
the original right
Yeah.
stuff for the
Yeah.
grass. So
Yeah.
now I'm dealing with a harder time to get it back to its original state, because I used the wrong ingredients in my lawn. And that's what we got to make sure that we're doing. We got to make sure we're using the right ingredients: love, time, patience, new experiences in in our relationship, so that it won't go bad, but it'll stay healthy, plush, and green. Some things you can't prevent. Some things you can't prevent. Some things are inevitable. That's going to happen. But for the most part, do your due diligence.
I want to add something to that, if I may. When you went back to go get the other seeds, the one thing about that stands out to me is
Mhm.
the simple fact that you can't care about this one particular seed unless you know that seed. You can't water it. You can't nurture it unless you really know what this seed
Mhm.
needs,
Right,
because that's another seed that you had.
right.
And it's similar to, your partner.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna my partner, I really need to know what is it that my partner needs,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
I can continue to nurture that relationship,
Hmm.
continue to build upon that relationship, and
Yeah,
that it is a give and take type of situation, and
yeah.
that communication is truly taking place.
You're right.
And I've learned this,
Hmm.
and I can't even say the hard way. Having
Hmm.
those difficult conversations
Yeah.
is something that I've learned to do. Oftentimes, we have a picture of a difficult conversation,
Hmm.
and having that conversation usually is not only a platform or a stool,
Yeah.
but it can catapult us into a whole nother
Hmm.
point in our relationship,
Yeah.
where the relationship it can then be healthy. So I
Right.
think oftentimes knowing what that seed is, not really truly
Hmm.
understanding, not just your seed, but your partner,
Yeah. Yeah.
whether it's your wife, whether it's,
Hmm.
your mate
Hmm.
or whatever.
True.
I think that's truly important, man.
Hmm.
And no, and understanding that we should always be evolving,
Yes. Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
thing I learned is, as we continue to evolve individually,
Hmm.
we have to continue to reconnect.
Yeah.
We have to continue to reconnect with that
Yeah. Yeah.
person, because you don't want this, person to continue to grow out so far, that you're not connected to it anymore.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And as we
Yeah.
talk about seed, I think about a branch and a tree. you know um they can
Hmm.
continue to grow,
Hmm.
but they have a foundation and they have a root that's so strong that it can't be, that it can't be done. So,
Yeah.
now you have me thinking.
No, I want you to get to that next question, but I want to leave this one, leave that with this thought. This my brother, who's been married for 15 years, he's been a cheerleader and a support to other people, and he wants to feel that in return. So it's time for him to pursue his passions so that other people can give him the accolades and the applause that he so needs in his life. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
What is it that you want to do so that others can celebrate you? Because you should be celebrated. We all should be celebrated at some level in
Mhm.
our life. But now is the time to pursue your passion, your gift, your whatever it is, you know, uh, dive into it. Start investing in yourself. Start pursuing your passion at this point in time so that other people can be watching you achieve as you support it and watch them as achieved as well. All right,
Mhm.
let's get
Hey,
on.
KD, I'll be honest with you. I thought
Mhm.
it was 2 questions, but that was one long behind question. I was reading it. I gotta be honest, bro. I thought it was 2 questions as I was looking at it. And
It's like
when
4
I got
questions
to it,
in there, bro.
it actually is 4 questions in one. Shout out to Sharon. Good
Hmm.
seeing you, sis, man. Dope celebration,
Hey, Sharon.
amazing celebration that we had
Hmm.
on Friday night, man, celebrating our brother Chris and his
Retiring.
accolades in 25 years, and
Yeah,
it was great
yeah.
seeing you, Sharon. We nothing but love for you, Sharon, nothing but
Hmm.
prayers, nothing but prayers for comfort for you, Sharon, as you go through this time.
Hmm.
Great seeing Mom Judy, but we want to certainly show you some love, man.
Yes.
So we appreciate you even just stopping in
Hmm.
and showing your support for us.
Yeah.
KD, anything else, my good brother?
Hey, man, that's all I got for tonight. I got a lot, but we're gonna curtail it. We missed the brothers tonight, man. Big Ward and EB. That perspective that they bring. Shout out to EB. He's a dean, Camden High School. He knows what Mr. Jenkins feel like now. You remember Mr. Jenkins, dean of discipline. He know what he
Oh
feel like
man.
now. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
well, we miss our brothers, man. If you can check us out on Spotify, go to our Amazon Music,
mhm,
iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and our Facebook fan page. We coming back to you. In a couple weeks, we will have some podcasts. We just did a nice conversation a couple weeks ago on Kevin Samuels, Katie. That if you want to,
mhm,
you could go to our YouTube page, just giving some of our thought on the passing and the life of what we've
mhm.
seen of Kevin Samuels. So we ask you, we implore you to head on over to YouTube, check us out, share all our content. This is Keith. This is Just Your Thoughts with the Fellas, Just Our Thoughts with the Fellas. We miss you, Ward Heen. EB, love you, and thank you everybody for joining us.
Thank you,
Peace.
y'all.